Now, usually, I try to make videos that inspire you to travel or chase your dreams, and I'd much rather you watch those. But I do realize that a lot of times chasing your dreams end up becoming a business. So I thought I'd lend a helping hand, or two.
Okay, so we get to talk about the market to book ratio. Okay, and really, so we are a very truthful and good company. We do things the right way, and we even focus on value. Unlike other companies, we just focus on collecting money. We like collecting money, stuffing our pockets with money, but we actually want to deliver value to the world, right? But at the same time, I don't want to say we want to trick the market, but we want to do a good enough job to convince the market that they need to pay us more for each share than what it's really worth. All right, and I'm going to break it down to you in this way, right? So in this example, we said all our assets, everything we have, is only we paid the historical cost for everything we have is $100,000, right? And we split everything we have into 100,000 pieces. So each thing really is really worth it. Each slice, I should say, not each thing. Each slice is really worth $1, okay? Because it's each slice represents a slice if you divide everything we have into equal little bits, correct? So if the market was going to buy our company, really they should just give us how much we paid, correct? But we're in business. We're at no particular level, not with our customers and not with investors. We do not want to collect just what we paid for things. We want to collect way more than we paid. That's what business is about, right? We buy and sell. I buy cheap and I sell high. Same thing when you look at stocks. So when you look at the stock market and it fluctuates and you're seeing, hey, people are willing to pay $100 per share of this company, and then the next day they're only willing to pay $80. The quality of the stuff they have for the most part, it's really still the same historical cost. They still pay that same amount at some point in the past for it, but the market's deciding that they're doing something right, so the value of what they have to the public is actually worth more because of something that they do really, really well. So it's the same thing with our company, okay? And what does this mean? Market value per share over book value per share. So here, in our very simple example, we divided everything we have into 100,000 little bits, and we said each bit is really worth $1. If you think about it, right? Stuff worth $100,000 divided into 100,000 pieces is really $1 per slice of stuff. Now I'm just being ridiculous, but all right. So per slice of stuff, it's just $1. Now, when you purchase a share on the stock market, I hope you and I have done a good enough job to convince the market that they need to give us $10, $100 per slice of stuff, even though we only paid $1 for it. Okay? So that is what the market to book ratio is all about. The market value is just, you basically just look at the market and you say, hey, what is each share of my company trading for right now? What was the last price someone paid for a share? The last price someone paid for, let's say our same company, let's say they paid $5, right? $5 per share. We don't know how many they bought, but we know for each share, they paid $5. For this same bunch of stuff we have, because that's what they're really buying into. Obviously, you want to put money in their pockets, and they're hoping that we're able to run a smooth enough operation that we make a lot of money. But at the end of the day, if we stop making money, all right, and people need to be compensated, the courts are just going to look at all what we have, and they're going to dissolve all of it. Right? So we really are just the sum total of everything we have and how we use them. That's how I want you to think of market to book value. So book value is what we paid for it. So we know the historical cost, what's on our financial statements, on our balance sheet, really says each share, 100,000 shares, is only really worth $1. This is how much it's really worth, okay? This is what we paid. What we paid for everything we have, for the value we believe it is. based on what we paid for it. Otherwise, we wouldn't have given the money for it because, that wouldn't make any sense. It would make absolutely no sense. So the value on our financial statements, the historical cost of the stuff we have, how much we paid for them, okay? That is your book value. I cannot emphasize that enough because market value is different. Book value is based on historical cost. How much did I pay for it? What is on my financial statement? Market value is like we check the tickers. If you use Yahoo Finance, Google Finance, whatever you want to use, how much did the last person pay for a share? And we hope it's more than what we really paid for all the stuff we have. Okay, I hope I've done this ratio justice because it's a very simple ratio to actually think about. All right, for you to calculate the market value per share, again, you just look at the sticker, the stock ticker. You find out what was the last price the company's share was trading at, and then you divide that by the book value per share, which is really just the sum total of all the assets divided by the total shares outstanding. That's the book value you're going to get. All right, so when you have that, in this example, we have that the market to book ratio is really just 5-to-1. So for every $1 that our company spent acquiring things, the market's willing to give us $5. That's awesome. Okay? For every dollar that we spent accumulating a whole bunch of stuff to make our company what it is, the market is willing to give us $5. All right, so this is probably one of my favorite ratios when it comes to market value ratios, but it's just important for you to actually understand. All right, it's important for you to realize that when you trade on the stock market and you're buying a whole bunch of shares and you feel really good about them, this is what you're really paying for. Okay, so how much more do you want to pay for the stuff a company has than what they really paid for it? All right, that was it. Market to book ratio.
Thank you so much for watching. Turning a dream into a reality usually ends up becoming your business. That is why we have the Helping Hands videos. Subscribe, like, and feel free to leave a comment below. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter and Instagram. Fans of Kindness, our Facebook page, is also waiting for you. See you in the next video. Until then, be your best and never stop learning.